For some time, we've been crying, reduce the cost of governance, reduce the cost of governance. It be like say nobody they hear us. But it be like say Tinubu now, he don't hear, and he don't give order, he don't give directive. Say, look, going forward, we are going to cut down the cost of governance. And these are my directives. Anybody will go against this directive, Maabase, the hammer of my wrath will be for you. You dare not. This my directives has come to stay. We must cut down the cost of governance and work for our people. We cut our coat according to the material available, not our size. Help me watch as the tech report. If I not besides the tech reporter, as in media, the chief, the person, the spokesperson of the president, that white man, see for your screen. Help me watch as this guy table this matter before all Nigerians, so that we go there away. Watch.
His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has, by his most recent directive, approved a massive cost-cutting exercise that will cut across the entire federal government of Nigeria and the offices of the President himself, the Vice President, and the office of the First Lady. It will be conducted in the following fashion. 1, the official trips that will be undertaken within the country, that is, when Mr. President or the Vice President travels to any state within the country, the massive bills that accrued due to allowances and ESTA code for security detail coming from Abuja, going and traveling into those states, will be massively cut due to the directive of the President that the security outfits within states, whether it be police, DSS, or branches of the military, will frontline his protective detail when he travels to those states, a major cost-cutting initiative. That will affect the office of the Vice President as well as the office of the First Lady. Additionally, when any international travel is being approved, the following limits have been placed on all ministers of the Federation. 4 members of their staff, appointees and the like, will be allowed to travel with a minister on an official trip. For heads of agency, that will be limited to 2 members of staff allowed to travel on an official trip. Furthermore, the numbers that the President has now approved for official travel with him that will apply to his principal staff are as follows. On international trips, the President has directed that no more than 20 individuals be allowed to travel with him. That number will be cut down to 5 in the case of the First Lady. 20 for the President, 5 for the First Lady. Additionally, the number in the entourage on official international trips for the Vice President will be cut to 5. The number that will be the number that will be placed as a limit on the wife of the Vice President is also 5. In terms of local trips, the President has approved a new limit of 25 members of staff to accompany him on domestic trips within the country. The office of the First Lady is now limited to 10 staff members to accompany her on official trips within the country. The Vice President will be limited to 15 members of staff on official trips within the country, while his wife will be limited to 10 members of staff on official trips within the country, the same as the First Lady. It is pertinent to note that there is a difference between the number of members of staff allowed to travel with the presiding officials to international trips and those that are allowed to domestic. You will find that the numbers on international trips are less than those allowed on domestic trips. This is because international trips are far more expensive across the board, and the President is determined to bring total sanity and prudence to the management of the Commonwealth of our people. As a result of this, the President has directed that every federal MDA, also including the office of the President itself and the office of the Vice President, as well as the offices of the First and Second Ladies, are affected and bound by this directive of the President.
You don't see him. I have a problem with that pronouncement. It's good. They said they have cut down the cost of government by 60%. President traveling outside the country, and I hear him now say he's allowed to travel with domestic staff or be whatever. Number 20 if he's going outside. Okay, look at here the 20 domestic staff outside of the country. What are you doing with 20 domestic staff? And then your vice president 5, office of the first lady 5, office of the assistant first lady 5. Then in Tana, if they are going to any state, the people will go full arm domestic still at 25. Vice president 15. And first lady 10. Assistant first lady 10. Domestic staff. Say the domestic this thing cost and is less costly than the international. Say now why it be like that. So this 15 and 15 staff have been awaiting. I'll be 10, 15 for president, for first lady and the vice president if they are traveling within the country. Okay. That is by the way. Then security. He say the security. Anywhere they go inside this country, say another place go provide security. Say they try cut the allowance. So nobody say go carry security from Abuja here, they go where they go. Now my own problem I say that one na good, na correct thing what you do. But the entourage, you not talk anything about them. We not say the state where they go now go provide security. You don't drop your way for Abuja here. The entourage, that cars we own, you not cut down on them. We are not after now that entourage. You don't cut down the allowance so you go to pay the police people now. The long convoy. The convoy the way they follow, the way they suck fuel, all those V8 SUV. You go see the carry them. You not talk anything about them. You go see the carry them, the waka. Same thing with vice president. Same thing with the office of the first lady. Same thing with the office of the assistant first lady. What is that what I talk about? So they only reduce staff. They don't reduce their convoy. All those cars go they follow them. Maybe car where 15 people suppose they 10 now go see they go come there inside. You understand? So they have reduced 5. But those cars where they suck fuel, they go see the carry and the waka. What is a president outside the country doing with 20 is okay, some people go bath you, brush your teeth, wear your clothes. I don't just understand. 20 EG Megan. What are you doing with them? You are cutting costs. 20. I don't know. If we are serious about cutting costs, Oga, we go not say you serious. You never serious. Then ministers, they say they are own now. 3 have been at 2. The heads of departments and heads of ministries, department and agencies of government, whether they are own now 2. Those are they even supposed to carry anybody who can come out for this country if they travel. Well, are they cutting down with this? All of them when they cry, cut down the cost of government. Cut down. They don't cut and down now. 60%. Now staff they cut down. All those they are they don't cut and down. They go see the carry their cover in the worker. You don't concern anybody. What are they hear me? I would not say make a report give una now. When I hear I don't be talk more. I go say una later.
For centuries, the Ijele has been a revered masquerade in Igboland, a predominant tribe in southern Nigeria. The Ijele is a grand spectacle that commands respect, awe, and celebration. Today, Innocent Vehicles brings you the Ijele in a new form. A majestic, robust, and monolithic pickup truck designed to leave an indelible mark in the annals of automotive history. The Innocent Ijele is equipped with a powerful 3.0 L turbo engine and 4WD to conquer any terrain with ease. Make way for the Innocent Ijele, Innocent vehicle, the pride of African roads.